Sick, twisted personalities, warped people at its best. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I do truly appreciate it. You, and all of you. All two of you. Dozens and dozens of viewers. Just being silly. That's what I do here. But I got a package in the mailbox to unbox. And it is from a group of folks called Twisted Retreat. And there was a little bit of whodunits going on here. Nothing wrong. But I ordered this, the monthly box. You don't, a subscription box, a loot box, a blind box, whatever. You don't necessarily know what's coming unless you do your research, which I did not do. And I ordered this because from what I hear, I think in January of 2026, they will be publishing a special edition version of a book, my favorite book, by one of my absolute favorite authors on God's Green Earth. That's Philip Fracassi. And that is Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre. Fantastic book, fantastic author, and I want all the cool copies I can get. A hardcover, UK, signed, special first edition, what have you. I've gotten one book from these folks that I bought by itself that I loved, and I didn't want to miss out on the Fracassi. I didn't know when it was coming, so I jumped on. Their book-only box was all sold out, no available, so I didn't want to miss it. I got the subscription, the gift box, the box with all the stuff in it. The box, the total box. And then, so I got that subscription, that prescription. And then after that, shortly thereafter, they had openings for the book only box. So I jumped on that one, deleted this one, and I already paid for one. So they sent me one. I got a book in the mail recently, which I showed you, but I'm not sure, is this the same book or not? And what all comes in this box? There's all kinds of things in here. It's big, it's heavy. It's stuffed full of stuff. My wife said, you have a very mysterious box in the other room. That's how she described it, not knowing anything about anything. Twisted Retreat. You can only imagine what a lady might be thinking. That's twisted. But it's a cool box. Cool artwork on it. I saw something else here. It's cool looking. And I want to know exclusive horror books and oddities for the Twisted Soul. Now, I do have a soul, I think, they tell me, and I don't know. I can be twisted in my own ways, you know. But anyway, let's look and see what all is included, see what kind of neat stuff, oddities, they pack, stuffed full of stuff in this box here. Open it up and take a look. And I've got a bum shoulder. I had surgery on my shoulder tomorrow as I record this. Will be 4 weeks from surgery date. So I'm not supposed to be lifting with this right arm anything heavier than a coffee cup. This is a little heavier than a coffee cup, but I'll be a little ginger, and sometimes I'll have to set something down, and things will fall out as I'm picking it up, opening it up. But let me see what fell out first of all. Something jumped out at me. It's an ad, November sneak peek, Twisted Retreat, 2025, October featured book. This one is Trading Bullets with the Devil. That's October. Original cover by Kirsten and Mark Steensland. Trading Bullets with the Devil. I haven't read it. I'm looking forward to reading it. It does sound kind of neat. And here is the October 2025 full box. So here's an inventory. Whoop! See it? Whoop! Whoop! The inventory of what I should have in here. And we're going to cross-check that inventory. I used to work in receiving for a big box lumber, hardware, whatever, retailer that you know and may or may not love. I won't tell you their name, but they sell home stuff. And I never worked by a train depot. But anyway, I used to work at a train depot before that. But in here, we have a ghostly, spooky little cup. It feels like a plastic cup, almost like the kind that you might have by the sink to rinse your mouth out after you brush your teeth. For those of you who partake in the daily brushing of teeth, or the multiple times per day chore of brushing the teeth. For those of you who partake, this might work for that. You might pour some Wheatley's vodka, Wheatley's so good I drink it neatly in here and take shots. Or you might put anything in here, anything at all. I don't know. I don't know how well it holds up to different chemicals. But you have that little cup there, which is cool. And then here I've got something sealed in a bag. It is vacuum sealed, and I'm sure the inventory list would tell me what it is. But instead of reading, I'm just gonna do some cutting and strutting. I'm gonna cut and strut. That's the Brutus, the barber beefcake. He did his cutting and his strutting. But I want to take it out. It feels like a blanket or a throw. What do you call them blankets that you have on the couch with you when you get chilly and you're sitting there? My wife, my kids use them, and I always thought, how silly is that? And now I use them. I'm getting old. Anyway, it's one of those. And these, my youngest son loves these things. He sleeps under one. What does she look like? He sleeps under one, not this one, but he sleeps under this type of a blanket. So let's turn it upside up. It's corner side corner. And it is cool. Am I missing something here? A scary lady. See her? Scary lady in front of a scary house. I feel like I might be missing something. I'm sure I am. Not missing something isn't, it's not good enough, but it may be a character that I'm not familiar with, but it's cool and it's spooky. And I dig it. I dig it. Glad to have it. I like it. So the little ghostly cup is cool. And the little blanket is cool. Let's see if this tells me anything about it. If this is, in fact, an inventory. This was October 2025 full box. It doesn't mention it. So maybe Haunting of Hill House blanket. There we go. Haunting of Hill House. Keep warm and cozy with this creepy blanket inspired by the Haunting of Hill House. Now, the cup. They actually say haunted toothbrush holder cup. So I kind of got that one figured out. So, I don't know. Am I almost 2 for 2? Not quite. Now, what else? I have pumpkin butter. Old time, all natural, simple goodness. And this Saturday, I'm on a strict diet. If you can't tell, I'm on a strict diet. But on Saturdays, I eat whatever I want. And I'm going to try some of this pumpkin butter, if that's in fact what you are, on some toast. I like to put toast on a pan, butter it, and grill it. I call it grilled toast. And I'm going to put some pumpkin butter on it this Saturday and try it out. Cooper's Mill pumpkin butter. You ever try this stuff? Do you vouch? Well, I'm going to try it, and then I'll let you know. It's best by 10/2 of 28. So I've got time. I've got a few years before I have to finish it off. Hopefully it's good enough I'll finish it in one sitting. Now, I have the Babadook. The Babadook Twisted Retreat, hand poured in Lincoln, Nebraska by Candles with Care. And I don't know if this is something to be embarrassed about or not, but I'm kind of a candle guy, I guess. I mean, I can't even guess. I've got candles everywhere I might sit. Candles on the porch. Candles on the kitchen table. Candles at my table right here where I sit to read books. Candles in the garage where I work out when I'm not recovering from shoulder surgery. I got candles wherever I'm going to be sitting. I've even got fresheners in the truck made by candle makers, scented like their candles. So maybe that's too much revealing there. But I have a Babadook candle right here. Can you read that? Read it. Tell me all about it. And I don't know what it smells like, but if I can read it with these old eyes, if it's in a word or it's in a look, you can't off-kid the Babadook. So let's open it up. And it's, I don't know what it smells like. It smells good. Give it a sniff. Give it a sniff. It's not a Christmas tree. It's not a cinnamon, which are usually my favorite choices, but it does smell good. And I'm not blowing smoke because I don't smoke. Black currant, that may be a smell. Paranoid Visions, black currant. I don't know. But I'm digging it. I'm digging that one. I've got the Demon on Edgewood Drive Pomegranate Lip Balm Twisted Retreat. Now, you could have my lip balm, but you just got to come pick it up. Not at my house. You're not invited to my house. I invite you to do enough already. But you're anyway. I don't use lip balm. Maybe somebody else will. I know a wife that does, but I don't know if she likes pomegranate. Anyway, there's that. And what else? All kind of junk. This box is just chock full of stock. Now I've got a box with styrofoam in it. And what do we got in here? And now here's where we get into some of the extra neat special stuff. This is cool. I don't like the styrofoam because it's falling out, little pieces everywhere, which means I'm going to have to clean up afterwards. And I don't like cleaning. I usually try to avoid making messes because I don't like cleaning. But I'll try to drop all these little styrofoam balls into the box so that it's not on my floor, because that would mean I'd have to vacuum or else pick every one of these little things up one by one. That sounds just awful. So I'm talking, but I don't want to make a mess. Here's where it is. This is a cool night light. We have Halloween stuff, which I dig. Ghosts roasting marshmallows by an open fire. Ghosts roasting marshmallows by an open fire. Do I have fuzz on my face, or is that just a gray hair sticking out? But a night light, a cool thing indeed. I really like it, and it is a night light, so it'd be a shame not to plug it in. But you set that joker on your shelf just as such, and you have a knick-knack, a cool looking knick-knack as well. And I like knick-knacks. My mom, when I was growing up in the late 70s and throughout the 80s, had a knick-knack shelf. Do you have a knick-knack shelf? Well, I got bookshelves, which also serve as knick-knacks in front of my books. So you can see the influence there. My mom was a voracious reader, and I'm a book collector and a reader of stories as well. So the book in this box, this Twisted Retreat box, covered in styrofoam, which I don't want to get on my floor here. Let me open it up, and I think I already know what it is, because I think I showed you a copy of this. But it is a fantastic looking books, Trading Bullets with the Devil by Kirsten and Mark Steensland. Now I opened up the other one. This one's wrapped, sealed nicely. Since that one is sealed all nicely, I'll leave it that way, and I'll show you this one here that I opened up already. It's got a cool sort of a cover. It almost feels like rubber, but it's got parts that are very dull in color, but they kind of feel like felt a little bit. And you got a cool stamping, like a blind stamping on the cover and on the spine. The spine looks great. But then look at here. You have these metal stud corner protector things. I don't even know if they're studs. Finally, we'd have a stud in my house anyway. No, we have these metal things, corner protectors, which are cool. The stenciling on the page ends. Fantastic job. They do a great job. Now this, the end papers are illustrated and look great. You have what looks like foil stamping signatures, so I don't think they're really signed. The foil stamping looks cool though. Can you see it? Get it in the light. It looks cool. And the end papers on the back are the same as the end papers on the front. It's not an illustrated book. It looks like it'd be fun and easy to read. It has a built-in ribbon page marker. And I still can't tell by looking the binding if it's sewn or glued. But a great looking addition to what seems to be a very, very interesting book. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. Look up my other video where I kind of read a synopsis on the book with that edition there. It doesn't show. Now, that book is a rebind. That book is a rebind from a Cemetery Dance trade softcover version. And maybe that was the only way it was published so far, by Cemetery Dance, a trade softcover. They, Twisted Retreat, did a rebind with that fancy edition right there. So you have the page block of the trade softcover rebound into a beautiful special edition. And then we have this card right here, this illustrated card, which looks really cool. Looks too cool for school. So as far as this box goes, it was something like $62 delivered to me. And all of the goods in there, swear to God, Snake, all the goods in there, with the exception of the lip balm. I looked at them and I thought, hey, that's cool. Give that a shot. Try that out. Whether it be the blanket, the nightlight, the candle, which I dig, the little plastic cup toothbrush holder that you have in the bathroom. I said the blanket already. What am I missing? The pumpkin butter, which I've never tried, but I like pumpkin flavor, and I like putting stuff on toast. Pumpkin butter on toast sounds good to me. A book that looks fantastic and sounds like a good read, which I haven't read, but it sounds interesting to me. And then this neat little piece of artwork there. I feel like, did I get my money's worth? I sure enough did. Now, I've never been a big fan of the monthly subscription boxes. Not because there's anything wrong with them or I don't like them. I get a lot of books. And when I buy books, I tend to want to be able to curate my own shelves. So there are publishers out there who I've grown to trust a lot, but I still don't buy every book that they publish because I want to make sure I have, when I pull a book off the shelf, I want to be able to say I read this book and I love this book. Or at the very least, I've read a lot of books from this author and I believe that when I do read this book, I'm going to love this book. And for the most part, that's my collection. I haven't read everyone here, but for everyone here, I should have some reason for saying I have this book because, and yada, yada, yada. And not because it's popular or it looks good. It would be because that the author, the story, whatever. I read it and loved it. There should be a reason why I have it in my collection. And when the subscription boxes for me have always been, a lot of times I'm going to get books that I really, it sounds bad to say I don't want, but a lot of times I'm going to get books that I'm just not going to want. I've got so many things I need to read. Just putting more stuff that I might or might not like. I don't usually go for that. Now I will read stuff that I don't know because for some reason I think it's going to be good. And you only have so many hours that I can dedicate to reading. So I want to have the highest percentage possible on stuff I'm going to enjoy. So therefore, if I look at something and I say, I don't think I'm going to love this, I don't usually read it. I got to have a reason for jumping in. And so subscription boxes are fun. And a lot of them out there sometimes publish books that I find I must have. And so sometimes I get in. And especially if you can have some forewarning on what you might be getting. But for a lot of people, they're a lot of fun. It gives them something new. Surprise me, I'll read something new. And it's a lot of fun, and you get some cool gifts, some cool things to go with it. Hey, I'm going to give this one to my son for Christmas, or my daughter will love this. She's a Halloween person, or my Aunt Laura does this and that, and such as that. And so they are cool and they are fun. And this was a particular box that was full of cool stuff. Everything except the lip balm, and that's only because I live in Florida. I usually don't need that kind of stuff. And when I do, my wife has some. I just use hers. She says, ew, and I'll say, kiss me, baby. I'm dumb. Anyway, I liked it. I dug it. It was cool. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for Twisted Retreat for sending me some cool stuff here. With that being said, I can think of no more lies to tell. So, say la vie, baby. Doo-doo.